our daughter gets up off the couch, falls off on our son, like wham, and he immediately like, ah! And she without hesitation goes, "You want more where that came from?"
Yes.
And we had to be responsible parents at the time, so it's like, hey, you can't just hit somebody. But me and my wife were trying that hardest not to laugh. But me and my wife bring it up to this point. It was like at that moment, we knew we didn't have to worry about her anymore.
Bom dia, everybody. He's Josh.
And this is Andrew.
Together we are
Dads
who
swing
by the grocery store to pick up bread and milk.
Whatever
today,
we're told.
never too old. And today we got our pal, Pat.
Good morning, Pat.
Good morning.
First guest on the podcast.
Am I the first guest?
Yeah.
You are. How do you feel about that? Are you nervous? Are you excited?
Sweating right now, buddy. Sweating.
I'm pretty nervous. Definitely excited.
I'm excited to see how this goes.
Now, let's start off at a little introduction. What do you want to say about yourself?
Yeah, Dad.
How old are your kids?
So there we go. My son's 10. My daughter's 7. And they are both. I swear she's 7, going on 17.
Got some sass?
Yeah. She's the one we don't have to worry about, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can sometimes I think you're gonna be all right. We don't have to worry about you so much.
Might be tough to rein in, but you're going to be like, hey, you got a pretty good compass on you. You'll be okay.
Yeah, she's oh my goodness. So she's the one, and it was actually, I think, a couple days ago. She was watching she's super into not Breakfast Club, Babysitter's Club right now. I guess there's a new show or whatever, a new version. And she was sitting on our bed watching it, and I had to drive our son and his friend home. And I just walk up to Lily and I was like, do you want to come with us? Or are you cool here for a few minutes? And she was like, she's the one we're comfortable with. Like, we can leave you alone for a few minutes. You're not immediately going to hear the door close, run to the snack drawer, start playing with lighters. You know what I mean? Goodness. Yeah, she's very mature. Whereas our son, it was like, all right, bud, we got to leave for 5 minutes. Let's get in the car and pack up.
Yeah, you're coming.
Because we know he would immediately be like I said, into the snack drawer.
Playing with lighters.
Oh my God.
That's not where you play with lighters. You don't play with lighters in the snack drawer.
Yeah.
Not an appropriate place. Not an appropriate place for lighters.
Do you think that's a girl thing?
Oh, totally.
Do you feel that comfortable with your daughter, Josh? I know she's close to that 6, 7.
Yeah. So with ours, same thing. So my daughter's 6 and she's 6 going on 16, 100%. But she's like that, she'd be your compassionate warrior. I don't have to, she's so kind and sweet and loves taking care of babies and animals. But if you were to piss her off, I would be very afraid yourself, right?
Totally.
But back to the maturity piece, 100%, we can put her on the couch and she's just watching a show or playing with one of her dolls, and we can run next door for 10, 15, 20 minutes, right? And we'll check in on her, check the cameras, but not be concerned that she's burning the house down by any means at all. She'll literally draw on all of her dolls and she'll give them makeovers, but she's definitely not running in the snack drawer with a lighter. Maybe the snack drawer, but not with a lighter.
Yeah. Yeah. But even then, she would probably even eat those snacks responsibly. You know what I mean? She wouldn't, she'd have one and be like, I'm totally fine with but then even almost tell you when you got home, Dad, I held myself to a snack. He said, I hope that's okay. Whereas my son would just eat snacks and be wired for the whole day. And then we'd be wondering why he's wired for the whole day.
Yeah. Sounds like, Dad, I'm going to make it so no one's enjoying the afternoon, just so you know. You leave me alone, no one's enjoying the rest of the day.
Yeah. And if you need to decompress with the snack later, there's going to be none left.
Yeah.
All right, so 2 kids, boy and a girl.
Yeah.
And a dog.
Yeah, we got a little golden shake.
Another dog dad.
Another dog dad, too.
Yeah.
I love it. Dads who dog. No, doesn't work. I was going to say dads who dog.
Yeah.
Dads who just raise anything with love.
Well, I think it goes it's the family dog, obviously. until it's raining or -30 outside.
Yeah, then it's
a dad dog.
Yeah, then it's
Yeah.
Who's walking the dog today?
Pat, you haven't taken the dog for a walk in a while. Yeah.
So Pat, with your with the two kids, you had a boy and a girl. So you have that full dichotomy, right? Of from one end being a boy, and then the other one having a girl. So what were the differences in the early years between boy and girl? Like, is there, like, when they're babies, is it baby's a baby, or is there differences from boys and girls as they're getting into that toddler stage?
Truth be told, like for me, there wasn't a terrible difference in the baby phase. I mean, how are you guys with swearing on this podcast? Because I'm a swearer.
Say whatever the fuck you want.
They both shit up their back. You know what, you guys know what I mean? Yeah, they're just in that way. They're just so similar. The difference I found was really, I want to say, in the last few years, like the maturity part with the daughter was huge. Like, we started seeing it so early, whereas we're still yet to see it with our son.
Buddy, we're all dudes here. We get it.
Yeah, but
that's just...
so it actually brings me back to a funny story. Getting back to the whole, like, we don't have to worry about you with my daughter. So we were on the couch watching TV. Probably, I want to say, about 3 years ago. We were on the couch watching TV, and my son was just wanted to bug his sister, right? So he was kind of like elbowing, like, just to, like, get a rise out of her, get a reaction.
Yeah.
And my wife was leaving at the time. She was just popping out for a second, and our daughter gets up off the couch, falls off on our son, like, wham, and he immediately, like, ah! And she without hesitation goes, "You want more where that came from?"
Yes.
And we had to be responsible parents at the time, so it's like, yeah, you can't just hit somebody. But me and my wife were trying that hardest not to laugh. Me and my wife bring it up to this point. It was like, at that moment, we knew we didn't have to worry about her anymore.
Yeah, at that moment, it was almost a calming presence, even though she just whacked the shit out of her brother.
Totally, yeah. It's like, you can't just hit your brother, but...
And then stand over him and say,
yeah,
you want more of this.
Put him in his place, and immediately, like, you want more where that came from? And
get
some. The fact that it's so wrong makes it so right.
The combination, yeah. I think she was, oh my goodness, she was probably like 4 at the time. The combination of her being so much smaller than her brother, and that cute, like, 4-year-old voice, but having the confidence to do that.
Yeah, mispronounce it. So
and knowing exactly what she did and what she said.
Well, because he's crying too, right? He's going for a reaction, but it's like, in that moment, she's taking all the power. Yeah. Not only hit him and then maybe looked at you and like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. But was like, no, I'll do it again.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
I will do it again.
Yeah. Me and my wife had to stop ourselves from laughing. Like, we can't laugh. Like, both of us are like tight-lipped for like 10 seconds trying to hold back the laughter. Yeah. But then,
she took him to the restaurant and showed him the entire menu.
Yeah.
It's like that's the definition of, it's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight, the dog that counts there.
The dog, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. And I love when you see, like you said, we're both, as babies, they're the same. They both blow out their diapers, they cry, they need to eat, they need to sleep, they don't want to sleep, but they need to. But it says they get to that toddler stage where you start seeing we're different. The boys were, for lack of better words, we're dumb sometimes. We just like to smash things and create havoc and chaos.
Oh my goodness. Like, even then. So the whole, like, we're dumb sometimes. So yesterday, I'm picking up my kids from school. My daughter runs over to me. Awesome. Sweetheart, how was your day? Blah, blah, blah. And my son comes running up around the corner of his school like he always does. But he's running like this up to me. And I'm really like, what is on his face? So he took a water bottle, sucked his lips into the water bottle.
Oh,
and just created that suction for like, I think he said a minute. Okay. I want to say probably like 3 or 4 minutes, and just created that suction. He pulls his hand down from his mouth. His lips are 3 times bigger than they normally are. And he's got purple all around his lips.
Nice.
And I'm just like, let's go home, man.
Part of you is seeing the skin being like, that's definitely not definitely not good. But the other part of you is like, if you don't eat your carrots, you're gonna go blind. It's like, I don't know, like, is that true? Like, you shouldn't be doing that till your skin is purple.
I was definitely upset, like, when I saw it, like, what was going through your brain? And then it's like, let's go home. Let's go talk to your mom. Excuse me. And in that time, she had got a phone call from the school, so she kind of knew what to expect. So I'm like, so we pull up, and when I'm just like, go talk to your mother. Like, what kind of, like, we're in this phase now of like him being more responsible, making better choices because he wants this phone, like, and then he shows up with that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, go talk to your mom. And like I said, she had already got news of this before from the school. So she goes in. So I walk in, and she's laughing hysterically. Like, you're the one who's got to live with this now, man.
So was it like that the whole night?
So by the end of the night, the swelling has gone down, but he is now purple. and I was making fun of him the whole night. Like, buddy, you look like you were making out with Barney the whole day. And like, it's purple.
He must have been. I mean, I remember kind of doing that, right? Just a little water bottle.
Yeah.
And just sucking.
Yeah.
And just holding it.
He sucked his lips right into it, just held that suction, and his face.
Kids these days, man.
And it's a good thing because we just had family pictures on the weekend.
Oh yeah.
At
least you had timing.
My wife would have been hysterical if it was this weekend and he had that on his face.
Do you remember Vine?
Yeah.
That was a huge trend. We're
Vine?
talking like, yeah, like the Vines, like it was basically just little reels, what you'd have now. Like, it was an app.
Clips.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And that was a huge one. Like, I think it was like the Kylie Jenner challenge or something. It was, you put your, like, a cup or water bottle onto your mouth, and you just make a huge suction with it. And your lips would just balloon up.
Really? Yeah, well, he did it.
It's good to see we haven't evolved, right? Like, we're still just... I was hoping you were going to say, too, that there was like 7 other boys just running after him, all plumped up. Was he the only one?
He was the only one.
You know what? Why be the same, right?
Yeah. But yeah, that goes back to the whole maturity thing. Like, you're talking about, like, oh my goodness.
Like, that seems super innocent. Like, obviously not great, but like not the worst thing. And then there's all those other challenges and trends that seem very more scary. Just like the Tide Pod one, you're like, what are the kids going to get into, right? Like, you're like, how could that ever be a good idea? But they're doing it.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like, what's going through your brain when you're doing this?
Nothing.
Walk me through your thought process.
Just going to do it to do it. Like, obviously someone else saw it, or maybe not. Maybe he didn't see someone do it, but he just was doing it, and he was like, "Oh, I'm just going to keep this. I'm going to keep going."
Well,
so how long I need to take a breath.
So it originated from, like, he saw a guy do it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And that's like, all right, but like, that's not a check in the confidence box that you
need to be exposed.
That we're going to give you this.
Yeah, we should expose.
We're going to give you this opportunity to see this stuff, and then you're going to go do it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I grew up with Jackass. You know what I mean? So it's like, God damn it.
Ooh, good point.
Yeah.
Those were like there's a lot of obstacles to get Jackass, for you to see Jackass, right? Like, you had to like buy the VHS or the DVD.
Yeah.
And you probably couldn't get to the HMV sort of do it without a parent.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you need to have your parent with you.
And that's the thing. I was a fair bit older, right? Like, I want to say young teens. I mean, shit, he's getting 10. So, like, he's getting round about that breakover stage where I was. But there was like being introduced
a purchase that needed to be made
for
that, because it wasn't online yet. Really,
no.
Right? So it was like someone had to pay money, which you probably didn't have a lot of when you were 12, 13.
Definitely not.
Whereas today, it's all there. You have a search engine, you're good to go.
Way to have him have a crisis right now and right in front of us.
Yeah. I gotta go, guys. I gotta.
No, stay.
I gotta go
Stay.
reflect.
Stay. This is perfect. This is where you should be talking about these guys.
But I also love how Andrew's like, yeah, but he's doing this lip thing. He could have ate a Tide Pod. And he didn't do that, so like it's not bad.
The last couple of years, you've been a coach for your daughter's soccer team.
Yeah.
And I mean, I fully commend you for doing this because you don't really have a soccer background. You have coaching experience in other sports and other things, but being the parent to volunteer, put your hand up and say, I'll run these cats through some drills. I'll herd some cats for us twice a week.
Yeah.
What's that been like?
It's been really good. So the first year I did it, I was assistant coach with somebody else. By assistant, I mean like if he couldn't make that game, then I would essentially take over and stumble my way through that. And then the next year, we both did it proper, like coach, assistant coach. And then the year after that, I kind of took on the full responsibility of that. Mm-hmm. It's been really good, and it's been amazing seeing my daughter and some of the other kids that I've had multiple years in a row evolve in that sport. I mean, the first year my daughter was literally like, if the ball was there, she'd be running around the person with the ball, like following around the field.
Just like a little orbit.
Exactly. That's probably the perfect analogy for it. She was just orbiting the ball. But I mean, and watching her get more into the sport and get more aggressive and actually go towards the ball and dribble and take the ball, it's been amazing. So to see that and to see the evolution of her in the sport has been amazing. Patience is a big one coaching kids, because a lot of them, they're all over the place, right? Mm. So you kind of have to get that. You have to give them that grace though to be all over the place, because they're gonna, like, that's their time to. I mean, they're sitting in a classroom all day long, right? So they wanna. It's a sport that you have to run, so they're gonna run.
Yeah.
But yeah, I honestly like with my limited soccer background, I played soccer for like a year.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, probably about my son's age. But didn't really catch on, but I'll still kick a ball around. Yeah, I'm definitely stumbling my way through. Even 3 or 4 years in, I'm still stumbling my way through drills and like, hey, this seems like a good idea. Let's try this one.
It seemed fun on YouTube,
right? Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing with kids so small that the drills don't have to be incredibly complicated, right? Like,
no, you're not.
Get them the foundational stuff: dribbling, passing, kicking. And I try and focus on passing, but every kid wants to kick a goal, so it's like, well,
absolutely,
yeah.
And then has that changed? Like, do you feel there's a better bond between you and your daughter now?
Yeah. She always, at the end of every season and like throughout the fall and winter and stuff like that, she always asks if I'm going to coach the next year.
Yeah.
And even, I think I talked with my wife about maybe not coaching next year. And then she mentioned it to somebody else, and then somebody from soccer, like the soccer league, came and like, hey, I heard you were maybe thinking of not. And so I was like, how does, like, I know it's a small town, but like words, like I mentioned this like 20 minutes ago to my wife. What's going on here?
It's on YouTube already.
Yeah, no kidding.
Already.
Yeah, it's all over the town page.
Some guys showing up with a PowerPoint to your house on like 9 slides on why you should continue helping.
But no, for like, she asks me like, are you going to coach? And she's super stoked about me coaching. Honestly, I'll probably coach again.
That's awesome. Do you think you'll continue to coach as the years go on?
That's the thing. So like, as the skill level builds, I don't want to limit myself and say I don't have that skill to coach at that level. But I think probably a little later on it would be best in somebody who is very focused on soccer and who knows the game more, right?
Yeah.
Like, if I don't know the game and the skills and the proper drills, then I'm doing a disservice to the kids if they really want.
Yeah, I think there's also probably capacity. Like if and I totally appreciate that self-reflection, but just having that positive male influence too, right? Or being a positive, male in so many people's lives. I think that's important because yeah, you're coaching, but it's almost like mini dad sessions at the same time, right? Like you're being that person to these kids when they might not have that, or might not have that at that moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, say they are in their preteen years, and you might not be the head coach, but you could be an assistant or help with the team manager, and you have these kids, these girls or these boys that had something happen throughout the day, that threw their day off, and you have that opportunity to make something easier for them, right? Or be that little calm in the world of chaos, like Andrew and I always talk about in parenting, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I do think that coaching, like, that's such an important thing that you can do in your
Mm-hmm.
community and for these kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, what led you to want to do that, I guess, is what I'm kind of getting towards.
That's an excellent question. I think the coaching, just to help out and kind of be around my daughter more. I mean, it's I don't want to say it's a struggle, but obviously me and my son have a lot more in common with certain things like that.
Snack attacks.
Snack attacks, yeah.
Lighters in the snack
Naps.
drawer.
That's amazing. Yeah. But like, I grew up with two brothers. But just building that relationship with my daughter, and I want to be that dad that has a relationship with his daughter, that doesn't necessarily only have a relationship with his son, and the daughter has the relationship with the mom, and that's kind of, I wanted that two-sided thing. Yeah. I think that's just spending more time with her. Yeah.
That's honestly probably the best answer you could give, right? And one of the best reasons why.
Yeah. It's yeah.
Obviously, it takes some energy, right, and fill in an hour practice,
And to make it fun for them too, right?
Exactly, right. Like
Yeah.
I said, they're at an age it's like you're not exactly building the foundation for a World Cup career, but you want to
Not
make
for
it
me.
a fun hour of their day. How about the other side of the coaching, where it is like not so much the discipline, but making sure kids are staying focused, dealing with, like, I don't want to say problems with the parents. Again, it seems like it's not too serious where there's going to be too many, armchair quarterback dads or moms, but you still have to dance around, a kid who's always late, or a kid who might be tired, and like also the parents who might be taught one.
You know what? So I've been very fortunate with the parents, and not like, why isn't my kid doing this or stuff like that. And I can't, and again, like with the kids being late, so I teach, I do the soccer coaching, and I also coach kids at our martial arts gym. But I find, and the same thing, like some kids come in late and stuff like that, but I can't put that on the kids because it's not the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't get me wrong, you guys are parents too, so you understand trying to get kids out the door, it can be. But at the same time, if a child's late for something, it's more the parents.
Oh yeah.
So I can't really, like, why were you late, Johnny or little Timmy? You know what I mean? Like,
so I guess what I'm saying is that they're going to come in a little distracted.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
you're coming whole group dynamic, dealing with individuals within a group dynamic.
Yeah. So the soccer one is a lot easier, I think, because they work as a team. They need to come onto the field and essentially start running. Like they're minimal drill instruction, because, like I said, I keep my drills very, very basic, only for my brain as well. So that one is fairly easy. It's the jiu-jitsu coaching them, where they have to stop. They have to pay attention to what I'm doing for minutes at a time, which can seem like eternity for them, I'm sure. And then they have to do essentially what I've instructed, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's more of the challenge, is to get them to focus stand still and focus for 2 minutes while I explain something.
Stop choking each other out. You got to pay attention.
Yeah. That's a big one. But yeah, no, like I said, I've been very fortunate with the parents, and the soccer, like I said, is very, like, once they're on the field, they're running, and all they have to do is kick a ball, whether they're kicking a ball to the net or they're kicking a ball to another kid. Like, get on the field, run, and kick a ball.
Can't get more simple than that. Keep it.
You can't.
Do you notice a big difference between boys and girls in jiu-jitsu? Like when you're saying like quit, like Andrew makes that joke, quit choking each other out. But like in all honesty, like are you, you're facilitating, you're showing, you're instructing on how to do this move and defend in this way. But you look over and there's like a group of boys. It's like, let's see how long you can go before you actually pass out. Versus like girls that are sitting there
Yeah,
listening,
so
taking it in.
totally. Yeah. So I have I want to say four girls in my class, ranging from, we actually moved one up from like the little kids class to like the big kids class, just because she was excelling so quickly. And it would have, I had to talk with her dad, like, it's, if she stays in the little kids class, we're wasting her time, or we're wasting your time. So like, let's move her up and get her, yes, she's going to be, excuse me, rolling with bigger kids. But she's going to learn a lot faster, and she needs to learn a lot faster. But yeah, so I have four girls in my jiu-jitsu class, and they all, like, when it's time to listen, they're laser focused,
cross-legged.
Oh, totally. And then we get quite literally little Johnny, where like him and somebody else are like, they're constantly poking each other.
Yeah, they're taking their belts off, ripping them over their head. Just
see, we joke about this.
I
But
can
this
see it.
is literally it.
Yeah.
We,
I see it
we can see it because we've all done it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it in my son's gymnastics, right? I find him to be very hesitant on doing stuff.
Yeah.
He'll really need the instruction. But the other boys in that class, man, they're jumping off the top ropes, they're doing stuff. And then, I mean, not my kid's an angel. Like, if there's something he doesn't want to do, he won't do it. And it's like, hey, you want to run down the ramp and do a somersault? And he's like, no, I'm just gonna jump off this thing for the next 10 minutes. It's like, all right.
Yeah. See, so Andrew and I were always talking about that, where it's like, do you remember times growing up where your parents like, hey, let's go do this, and you're just like, no, and then that you think that was an appropriate like end of the conversation? Like, I don't remember growing up doing that. Do you?
No. It was never like, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, that's it. Like, let's move on to the next. No.
You still did it. You just didn't enjoy it even less now after telling your parents you didn't want to do it.
Yeah. No, I remember stuff like that. That's funny.
Like, just that quick.
No, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, the quick no, like, oh my god, that gets me going. That will get my my heart rate from like in the 50s up to like the 100s of like, all right, sweetie, I need you to come put the dishes away. No, pardon me.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, what? Yeah.
That just wasn't an option growing up. Like, and then the worst part, like we were talking about it previously, is like, we can't even be like, I'll call your grandparents and you can tell them that, because our parents are all soft now with their grandkids.
It's funny. I joke with my mom. I was like, I when I'm talking to my mom, sometimes I was like, Mom, I'm done with this sleepover. Come and get me. And she's like, Pat, no, you can't do that. They're your family.
You can't do that. This is your life. You're a father.
Yeah, I'm not coming to get you.
Pat, what is I'm gonna hit you with a hard one now. What is a dad legacy you want to leave with your kids?
Oh my goodness. I want to spend as much time with them as possible, and I want to be known as, like, I want them to remember me as the dad that was there. And the reason I made that decision early on was my dad. He was there, but he, like, my parents are still together, all that stuff. But my dad's job, he worked the evening shift, or afternoon shift, I guess it would be. So he was gone at 2:30 in the afternoon, and he was home at 11:30 at night. So I got home from school. We had our after school time for bed. Dad got home. I slept. I went to school, and by the time I was home from school, he was gone for work again. Right. So obviously that was his job back then, and that's the shift he had to do. But I don't have to do that, and I am making a very conscious choice and conscious decision of being there and involving myself and doing stuff at their school and coaching their soccer and their jiu-jitsu and taking them to their MMA classes. And yeah.
So if that's the legacy you want to leave, that's your North Star. That's probably what gets you to the soccer practices, the jiu-jitsu
Yeah,
sessions
yeah.
where you don't want to go.
There are times I
Probably
just
more often than not.
don't
Where I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
But like, no, I gotta do it.
Yeah.
Or I want to do this, not I have to. But
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. I want to do this.
Josh, did your dad work shift work?
No, my mom did. My mom did, so I can appreciate that time of like the shifts, right? Because you do have to rely on that other parent, and
Mhm.
it's funny because as you're saying that, it kind of hit something that my mom worked a very early shift, so it was my dad would be getting us ready in the morning with breakfast and off to the school bus, and it's like now I have such a huge focus on wanting to be there in the morning too to help out with our daughter, and I wonder as you're saying that I'm like, you know what, that makes sense, right? That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So my dad worked shift work, and he was usually nights, and so for me, leaving at night is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like leaving for an after supper jiu-jitsu session is like I don't want to do it because I want to be there too.
Yeah, nighttime's a big one. Like putting them to bed and stuff like that.
Yeah, I definitely don't like missing bedtime, but even just leaving after supper, like I just don't want to do it. Now this is probably too much to unpack. We're all severely underqualified.
Just how millennial of us, eh? Like just a couple of millennials unpacking
what
this.
you were saying, Pat, like I've had this thought. I'm not like I don't want to like cast blame, but part of me is feels like, hey, that was a choice that my dad did make, was to work that shift.
Mm-hmm.
Is that too much blame to put on them? Like it's their job, but I'm like, we could have got a different job, you could have set it up differently.
Different time,
I'm just
though.
being too blaming.
No, it was also, I think it was also a different generation too, right?
Yeah.
Like
big time.
Yeah. Like my parents' generation was, I mean, you got some gray hair in there. You're good. But that was the generation that like, it was kind of, I want to say that like that tip over period where to afford the family life, both parents had to work, but with their upbringing, they still had the like wife stays at home and takes care of the family and dad works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And maybe if I asked my dad now, he'd be like, yeah, I feel incredibly guilty for never being there.
I would imagine my dad's ridden with that guilt too. And I think that's the other part too, is like for me, I was like, you've just saddled mom with a whole lot because it was her before school and after school for us, which sounds like your dad might have been up in the morning maybe.
Yeah.
For some school, but basically it was my mom all the time for everything, for school, for sports, for friends, for this, and it was just like that's a tall order.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you see that, and that's where you get like that phrase, the millennial dad too, right? Where our generation, we saw that and we saw the sacrifices, and I'm with you, Pat. Like, I think it was a generational thing. It's like this is a job you have. Like, who am I to think to ask for a different shift? Right? Like this is the job. This is what I need to do to provide for our family here. But we see that, and we sit here and unpack it now, and it's kind of like not that there was anything wrong. Like that was just the time, but we just want to be more involved, right? We want to do more as millennials. That's just a generational thing. I find that we're more willing to take on what would traditionally be seen as like a mom role in aspects.
Yeah, I think when I just look at it, I mean, what brings me more joy and satisfaction, and selfishly it's like family life or work. I don't think I'm going to look back and go, wow, I should have been clocking in earlier and staying longer.
Yeah,
100%.
No, that's a huge way to look at it too. Yeah.
No, and I, and Andrew touched on something. I always love it. Andrew always just gives these tidbits of wisdom, and I just love just peeling away the layers at it. Right, it just gives us so much. But when you're talking about the motivation to get out there and be involved in coaching, and whether it's for jiu-jitsu or soccer, it's like how many times are you like, oh, I got to go out there, but there's dishes in the sink, the floor is dirty, there's toys everywhere, and you have to remind yourself there's time to take care of that later. There's things I need to do here. There's stuff we need to do. Go with her for soccer or whatever it may be. Like, do you find yourself having to coach yourself mentally through that so that you're not focused on the wrong thing?
No, I think I always put my kids first in that aspect to a fault that my wife will remind me when there's when the when when there's the dishwasher needs to be unloaded, or like she ran out of like laundry baskets.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like when all the clean laundry is still in the laundry baskets waiting to be folded.
And then our ancestral boomer dad comes up and be like, not my fault.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, here we are going to this beautiful tangent of being millennial dads wanting to be involved. It's like, yeah, but like, it's not us, right? That's not my thing. Yeah, I brought food home. This is
I'm in charge of the garage. That's it.
Oh my goodness.
the garage and the lawn. That's me. All right.
No, it's yeah. I don't think, because like I said, I'm always reminded. It's nice though, because it honestly sometimes though, like if I wasn't reminded, then I would be washing that one cup. Like I need a drink. I want to wash that one cup, and then I'll do that. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So
clean as you go, as you need it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough. I think I've said it before, right, Josh? Like I wish I could have lawns and garages that look like my retired neighbors, but I see the way they look at our family and go, dang, he's living life right now. He's in the good lane.
yeah.
So there'll be a time for clean kitchens. And I think when Pat walked in here, I was like, dude, just welcome.
Welcome to
like
the
you
jungle.
come in our house and it's the playroom, right? And like I kind of tidied the playroom for a couple minutes, but you couldn't really tell. And then there's like the living room kitchen, and it's like, look, it's coming upstairs. There's laundry draped over the banister and stuff, and it's like we're doing our best. I took the stinky diaper bag out last night, so it wasn't there. But
Yeah.
we're doing our best.
The diaper genie.
You know what? You're showing up and you're trying. That's all that matters.
Yeah, and I think that's what they're gonna remember too, right? Like, are they gonna remember the kitchen was always clean?
No.
Are they gonna remember that the laundry was always put away?
No.
They don't care.
No. But they would remember you being neurotic about that.
Yeah.
And then you're passing that, I don't want to call it trauma, but you're passing that trauma trait over to them, where it's like all they can focus on is having clean
And
Oh
dishes.
my god, I have to clean the kitchen.
That's like,
No, just chill out.
And then 25, 30 years later, they're talking about it with two buddies on a podcast.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. As a fellow dad who works out, Pat, you're no stranger to the gains train. Got your ticket, one-way punched. A little segment called Sup Daddies.
Yeah.
What's a supplement you just got to have in your arsenal?
So I was never like a go to the supplement store and buy everything kind of thing. So honestly, my only one I would have to, like, if I get one is pre-workout.
Wow.
Okay.
Only, I think, honestly, I've been doing it for so long, I'm pretty sure it's just a caffeine addiction now.
Yeah.
And if that caffeine does anything to me anymore, I'd be surprised.
Just gets you to baseline now.
I think it just gets me to baseline.
One thing I like about pre-workouts is they usually make them really tasty. And it's almost like a treat you look forward to before you do the workout, which, again, they have it down pat.
Yeah.
And then do you put it into water or your pre-workout shake, or do you take it straight out of the...
That whole trend of like straight in the face, and it's in water for
It's
sure.
in water.
Yeah.
You're sipping on it throughout.
I mix it. It's like a morning coffee for, like, my wife loves her coffee, and I can count on one hand how many cups of coffee I've had in my life. Never did like it.
No.
Never. It's been pre-workout for a very, very long time.
I think coffee's almost like for anyone that actually smoked cigarettes, I was going to say no one does that anymore, but it's like, it's one of those things where like you have to like force yourself to do it to like it, right? And then, here we are like 20 years down the road, and I need that coffee, right? Just like you're saying.
Yeah.
Have to make yourself want it.
So pre-workout.
And there's really only, like, I mean, there's thousands of them now, but there's two I always go towards. And flavors as well. I found out they make Hawaiian Punch one now.
Ooh,
so I go to Hawaiian Punch. Is the C4 and the, what is it, Mr. Hyde or something like that. Fuzzy Peach.
So those ones have the beta-alanine in it, right?
The tingles.
Yeah, tingle in the face.
Yep.
Yeah. Those look
But
good.
even then, like, I
Going.
don't even know if I only rarely feel that now again. Like, my body's just so adapted to it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
it's changed my microbiome fucking like crazy, I bet.
Look at his beta-alanine receptors. So they're just like, Do you work out early in the morning?
I do my best to get up early in the morning. Yeah, With some injuries lately, I've fallen off the train, but I'm still kind of being dragged by that train.
Would you take pre-workout if you were doing a workout in the afternoon or before jiu-jitsu at night?
No. That's way too late.
So you do still have some sensitivity to it. If you take it after 4 p.m., you know you're going to be up.
Then I'm up all night, thinking about everything, stressing about everything, anxiety through the roof,
tingling everywhere I can.
Hey, he's not a psycho, Andrew.
Yeah. But in the morning, it's like I said, it's like the morning coffee. Get up, scoop, shake, start, hit the bathroom, hit the gym.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Josh,
home gym or
home gym. Yeah. So
I
was very fortunate. I got all my stuff before COVID and everything shut down and prices went through the roof and stuff like that. I've been doing home gym for what year is it? 2025? Probably 8 years, and it's been fantastic.
He's got a great setup, Josh. Like he's got full-on racks. You know, he's got the air bike in there. He's got the yokes, the strongman equipment.
Nice.
We've come down before. It's a great gym.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get a picture.
Yeah. Right now it's just covered in lumber and tables and work and tools and stuff like that because we're doing the basement. But
I got as we're dwindling down time wise, I got a good question for you. The last one I can think of for myself is being a dad. Best job you ever had?
Best job I ever had.
Love it.
Yeah.
And then speaking of jobs, you got a couple side hustles going too.
Well, so I would say more hobbies, but yeah. I do leather work as well. And truth be told, I'm coming up on potentially an early retirement that I was thinking about window cleaning.
Yeah.
I don't want a boss. I don't want to go work for somebody else. So I was like, well, what's a fairly easy job that I can.
You're outside.
I'm be outside most of the time, but window cleaning.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not sexy.
But your leather work is good. Gotten a wallet or two off you for and people, and they've been well received. They like them.
Thank you. I did it for a while, and I love doing it. It's probably one of the most relaxing things.
Nice.
That I found was when I was sewing, when I was standing at that work desk, like just stitching, like nothing else was there. I was so focused on that, and there was no other the dishes or the laundry or anything like that. It was just, it was all still there in the house.
Yeah, they're still yelling.
Yeah, they're still.
Yeah, that didn't go away.
Yeah. But yeah, no, leatherwork I found. I would almost do it not as like a make money. I would do it as a form of therapy, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
We'll throw wallets. Where do they go?
Oh my goodness, you'd have to email me straight. Truth be told, it's been a while since I sold anything. I can't even remember the email.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get you back on that horse. You find the email, you let us know. We'll make sure it gets in the show notes.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. No, it going back to it really is the best job. It's so rewarding and stressful and exciting at the same time.
It changes.
It really does.
If it doesn't change, probably bigger concern there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what were you doing before that? You could just keep doing it.
I know, right?
Or why haven't you changed it?
Yeah.
And that's a bigger can of worms.
One thing that I always think about it, and I've heard it somewhere, and I can't remember where I heard it from, but it was like just worrying about like being the best dad that I can. And I feel like we're all there, but it was like shit dads don't think about if they're being shit dads. And it's like, you know what? Okay. If I'm even worried about being a good dad, I'm probably on the right track.
Yeah.
I'd say you're on the right track already, my friend.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Good to end it there, boys.
I think I love the conversation. It was a good time.
Yeah. Awesome.
Already can't wait to have you back.
Wicked. Yeah. Let me know.
All right. How are we going to do the outro here?
Let's make Pat do it.
Okay.
What do I got to do?
Just sign us off.
Yeah, sign us off, man. See what you got.
Bye.
Really? All right, I'm going to toss it back to Andrew.